What's up, bro?
We're here.
What's good, Eddie?
How you doing?
Doing good.
That's fucking amazing. Is good?
Today's
Is
good.
good? Is
It's
when,
Friday. You can work tomorrow though, so it's not really Friday for me.
so it's,
But
when you're doing good and you continuously do good, that leads to great.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
You drinking, Eddie?
I've been drinking, yeah,
What are you drinking?
whiskey. Mhm.
Whiskey? It's your whiskey.
Um, Jameson, Jameson.
Nice. Irish whiskey, but good
Oh yeah,
whiskey.
for sure. Yeah, you're a part of history right now because this is the first time that I've ever done an in-person interview and then did an online interview in the same night. You're a part of history right here. Because I
Yeah.
just had Chris Jackson on the show. He came here.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
him. He sang at my cousin's wedding like years ago, like a long time ago, probably like 20 years
That's
ago.
fire. That's fire. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So how is Josh Fisher?
He's really good.
Um,
He's been around forever.
you know, how is Josh Fisher doing on this Friday night, knowing that you're a fucking beast on these mics? Like knowing that you're like a fucking dragon slayer when it comes to studio sessions. Like, how is Josh Fisher
Yeah.
doing on this fine night?
I'm doing well, man. Like my music's been doing really well. I've been getting on playlists and doing a lot of interviews, and like that's helping my music huge right now.
For sure,
Like,
definitely.
yeah, man, just keep trying to do that. Right now, my big focus is on Spotify until I get videos out, and then obviously once I get videos out, I'll be pushing YouTube. Like that's kind of how I do it. In the summertime, I do a lot more photography, so my Instagram's a lot more active than in the winter because I don't like going out in the cold and do photo shoots and shit.
Not though.
Because it's just too fucking cold, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and it's just like you can, like I do sometimes, but and it's not good for equipment. I don't like taking my
that's that's,
expensive camera with fucking freezing cold, killing my batteries,
that's true. That's
and it's just not enjoyable when it's fucking cold. I hibernate.
yeah, yeah.
I work outside all day, so once I finish work, like the last thing I want to do is hang out outside.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, definitely. So how did the whole like because you're doing music, how did the whole photography come about?
um, I just went and bought a camera because because like I have Tiller who does my
Yep.
music videos and stuff, but I
So
wanted to buy like a nice camera just to shoot my videos and just shoot fillers and stuff like that. Like, so I can do promo. Like, I want all my promo to look professional too,
yeah,
right? So I just bought like a nice camera. I got all these cool lenses, and like I just started fucking with photography. Is like because I already had the dope camera. I originally just got it to film videos and do like just like what I'm doing now, like just talking to the camera and like doing um skits and stuff. I also wanted it for like podcasts. Like I want to start doing podcasts. So
alright.
new the music for that. It's like the video, and then I already got like my mic and shit. Like fucking, already, so like
So it's like
I already have all that set up. So
so like
the next thing that I'm doing,
is the podcast going to be on brand with the music? Because like I know the music is very
yeah. So I want to get like producers or like singers or artists or but I also want it to be like comedy. Like the whole
yeah,
concept was that I came up with was called the Talking Shit podcast, where people just talking shit, just shoot the shit,
yeah,
like smoke weed, we'll have drinks or something, just shoot the shit, and like funny stuff, and but also music too, right? So like I would probably have on artists or producers or somebody who's involved in music in some way, or like media type.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be music.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But you like you think man, like a lot of people that branch off into doing other podcasts and doing other things, a lot of people that start from music are usually the ones that usually last in like in all these other forms, because like a lot of it like comes back to the music, you know. So like
Yeah.
like I'm not trying to knock anybody, but like man, if you look at like who's really winning now in podcasts, it's a lot of like former rappers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, or comedians. A lot of them are
Yeah,
comedians.
that too.
Like they have a huge following. Like just from there's Joe Rogan and everyone who's branched off of Joe Rogan,
Exactly.
and like that's pretty much dominating everything right now. And then underneath that, yeah, there's like rappers and old
So
producers and
so I have like a question that I think like is gonna like you're gonna think about you're gonna think about this and be like, damn, I really need to do this. How come there isn't a music video with you fishing?
I don't know, man. You know what? Like a million people have told me like every fishing joke, fisherman joke, the fucking South Park gay fish video. Like everyone sends me it. Like the fucking like anything to do with fishing, and like it's like yeah, man. I know. I don't even like. I'm so sick of the joke. But I like. I don't even know if I would.
You're like fucking that you brought up my interview, and
No. I think it's funny though. And I'm always down.
but like
Like
yo,
to make me into a meme.
you know what?
Great for my.
You know what? Like here's the angle I think you should take it, because like how like yeah, like your music is pretty dark, right?
Yeah,
What if you do the,
it can be. Yes,
what if you do the
not
video?
always.
What if you do the video that you're the pissed off fisherman? Like you're a pissed off fisherman. You fucking like so like
Or even better. You could have a guy who is fishing and he's fishing, and then like as he's pulling in the fish, he thinks he's pulling in a fish, but it's like me as a fucking zombie, and then I just start rapping, and he starts running and shit, and it's like like he catches me, I'm the fish, like yeah,
that'd be fire. That'd be fire. No?
if you found a body, that'd be even fucking, that'd be way more dark. You gotta think outside the box, Eddie.
For sure. But like I think I'm not saying like um every video, but I'm saying like you should really look at doing one video that has
Yeah,
fishing incorporated into it. Like you're saying,
yeah,
like you could be the zombie that hops up like out of the water, or you could like you know,
yeah.
but like to have one video. Yeah, obviously you don't want your whole shit to be about fishing if you're not about fishing, right? But to have one video,
It's a thought.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think so.
You think I should do it? This is like an idea of yours. You've been thinking about this.
And like fishing's fun.
I'll roll with it.
No, you don't like fishing?
If I do, I'm gonna credit you as like written by you and me. You gave me the idea.
But like fishing's fun. Like I actually have a funny fishing story. So
Yeah.
so I was up north. We were at this lake, and my old roommate and like we were drinking, and we had a case of beer on the boat, and a fish had caught the lure and got it off my shit, right? So and it was my
Yeah.
buddy's lure, but it was like a really like fancy one. It was like sparkled, right? So
Yeah.
a couple minutes later, we look in the water. We see that lure, right? It's coming up towards the top of the water, and like we're like a couple of feet away from where it was. I literally tried to reach out of the boat and try to catch this fish. Like I jumped out of the water, and like I was like super close to catching the fish like midair, but I was like maybe a foot away from it, like leaning out of the boat. Like if I would have leaned any more, I would have fell out of the boat. But like fucking, I was like, man, if I would have caught that fish in midair and like he seen that shit, that would have been a movie. That would have been a moment in fucking time. Like, man, yo, this fish fucking caught his lure, went to the bottom, came back up, jumped out of the water, and I caught it with my bare hands. That would have been a fucking classic moment.
Who would believe if you said
What?
that? Feel like, yo, I caught like I caught the fish
Yeah,
and then like I caught it in my hand
yeah. Like I was
like a
like so
ninja.
close to that happening. I was like a foot away.
But it didn't
It didn't
happen.
happen. So it's not a movie,
Fuck.
and I'm still here in
That's
my
why you're
bachelor apartment
you're drinking your red Coke.
trying to survive.
You're still red Coke because you didn't get the $1 million movie idea.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I don't know, man. I never did a lot of that. I never did a lot of that as a kid. I was just out a lot, man. Like I was just always out at parks. Like, I just went and did shit. I didn't hang out with my old man a lot as a kid. He worked a lot. And, like
yeah,
I just was one of those like neighborhood kids. I hung out just with other neighborhood
for
kids,
sure,
and like that's how we grew.
for sure. Um, so how did the collaboration with Speed happen?
Um, Me and Spademan like didn't. We just ended up meeting each other on like Facebook. And, like I just liked his music. I started following him on Spotify, and like I just think he has a similar sound as me. Like he's got that dark,
Yeah,
like old school, heavy tone and lyrics, and he's very lyrical and shit. Just it meshed well. I love that beat too. Like I sent him some beats, and he's like, "Nah, man, these don't fit." So I actually just said like I listened to his music, and I'm like, okay, like I kind of have an idea of like what his beats are and what his sound is. So I just matched a beat that I thought would sound to hit like good to him, and then like we kind of came up with this like horror theme, right? And yeah, it's just this like dark, weird beat and like very like heavy drums and like just he goes hard in the beginning, and then I just carried it on. We got a lot going on with that. We're coming up with that song.
that's fire.
That song's doing well. That's my best song right now.
That's fire. That's fire. Like I love seeing
Playlist.
I love seeing multiple people that have on the show work with each other. Man, I love that shit.
Yeah, man. Like he's just really cool dude, man. Like
Yeah, it
he's
takes me.
very into the art. Like,
Yeah,
he's very much a musician like me. Like I'm very serious about it. And, like I'm a fucking nerd for the shit. Like so
so,
it's just cool, man. And he does all the same thing as me, right? Like he makes beats, he does all that.
was there a certain artist when you're growing up, like you're like has some dark shit that like, you're like, yeah, I want to make dark shit.
Well, sometimes I just like making that. I like that kind of music too, though. Man. Like I like movies. I like heavy music. I listen to Vinny Paz, like Army of the
Yeah,
Pharaohs, and Ill Bill,
yeah.
all those rappers. Like I like very heavy music, right?
Do they like movies like
Or like Nas or Wu Tang Clan. Like I just like that violent music. So that's the kind of music that they make.
are you the same way with like watching movies? Do you like that kind of movies? Or do you like other
Yeah, like I like
yeah,
Tarantino. Like I
Tarantino?
love
Yeah,
Tarantino movies. I love I like a lot of the classic horror movies too, right?
yeah.
Like Halloween and like Nightmare on Elm Streets and to let my dog out.
Where they
Oh yeah, and I got ice cream.
ice cream? Yeah, you got ice cream?
Yeah, yeah, I got Marble Slab.
Shit, son.
They make you like custom ice cream, and you can like pick what you want in it.
Wait, you pick what?
They make you like custom ice cream, so like you just like pick your kind of ice cream that you want, and then you get to pick 4 different things that you want inside it, and they just like mix it all together and put it in a fucking container for you.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I gotta go there.
bro. This is bubblegum cookie dough. Wait, what did I put in? Bubblegum cookie dough, graham crackers, M&Ms, and fresh bananas. Like a fucking child. It's bubblegum ice cream with all this like dope shit in it.
That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah, it's fire. We'll eat this after. I don't want.
You don't want to eat ice cream on my interview? You'd be the first. You'd be the first person to eat ice cream on the interview.
Yeah, but that's weird.
Yo, you'd be like,
That's
yo,
why
later on, years on the road, be like, yo, I was the first motherfucker to eat ice cream on IDGTV.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that much shit. I think that shit's weird. People literally just watch other people eat all day. That's fucking weird to me.
That is weird.
Like I can understand cooking. Like cooking's dope. It gets y'all hungry. You like learn how to make something. Like just watching people eat shit is weird. That's like a fetish.
You're right. Like I'll watch people cook shit all day. The second they go to take a bite, I'm tuning out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like seafood?
I love it, man. I love surf and turf. I love to like make like a really nice steak with like crab legs. I'm doing that tomorrow.
Awesome.
Well, no, not tomorrow. I'm gonna have to. Wait, what's tomorrow? Saturday? Yeah, tomorrow. I got steaks.
I'm actually going for sushi tomorrow.
And crab legs.
I'm actually going for sushi tomorrow.
And shrimp too. So I'm going all out.
You know what? I'll ask people. I'm like, yo, they'll say, I'll ask them if they actually like sushi, and like tons of people will say no. And I'll ask them, have you tried it? And they're like, no. I'm like, how do you know you don't like sushi? Right? Like, how do you
like? I love sushi.
What's that?
That's like one of my favorite things to go and eat.
For
sushi.
sure.
All you can eat sushi. I've never went back to the Mandarin. They got rid of crab legs at the Mandarin. I'm like, fuck the Mandarin. And then I started going to sushi.
Yeah, I actually had sushi at the Mandarin. I wasn't impressed.
Yo, when you think about it, man, sushi's less wasteful. Like the fact of this like buffet trays is just wasteful. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like at least with like the sushi thing, like they're just making what's there. It's just,
Exactly. So yeah. So as far as like you ever plan on like because I know like the music is a certain way. Have you ever thought about like acting and kind of getting into like the horror film kind of like genre?
No, I'm not that into it. Like I'm just saying, like I enjoyed like those. I also like comedy. I like all kinds of movies. Like I used to just sit for movies all the time. But no, I don't want to like direct movies. I'd be in a movie if someone asked me.
Yeah, because a lot of people that do
that are rappers like do like film.
Yeah, like I mean like I always thought like somebody, man, like I'd actually like to see some of like the horrorcore rappers in the horrorcore movies.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't consider.
Like imagine like seeing like fucking fucking whoever in like a fucking horror movie. That'd be sick. No? You don't think like seeing like a horrorcore like rapper like seeing like Immortal Technique, like seeing him
oh yeah, he does movies and that. Man, I think like just where I'm gonna start is just doing podcasting, and then people can just watch like me all the time and get to know me better, which I think is great for fans and people. Like that's the best way to
That's a
start.
great way for your fans.
Movies are farther down. Man. You're not going to get into movies until like any movies that are worthwhile until you build quite a fan base first. That's all like afterwards stuff. Like like Ice Cube made a bunch of music and then he started doing movies. Same thing with like probably a lot of other rappers.
Yeah, like but like I've seen rappers being incorporated in comedies, in dramas, but you really don't see a lot of them in the horror movies.
No, because I think that would be corny though. It would just be like some like
You
thug
actually
guy.
be corny?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Leprechaun in the Hood?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the worst
Yeah.
movie ever. No.
I'm not saying because like rappers can act different roles, and like they'll have to be like the hood role. Like rappers can do more than act as rappers, right? Like
Oh yeah. I just think if you're a creative person, I think you're pretty multi-talented in a lot of ways, man. You're more you just have to have that creative gene. A lot of people struggle with creativity and when it comes to like writing and painting, drawing, or like everybody's smart in their own way. I'm left with
what I'm saying is like if I seen like a short film that was done by like local like Hamilton guys or guys around like the scene that was done like a little like short like a short film like a horror movie type thing and had you and Spade in it, I'd be like, yo, I'd watch that shit for sure.
Is that what you're trying to get
at? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd watch that shit.
Yeah, well, we're making I'm filming a music video. Dude, I'm filming a music video with Tiller next week for that song, and that's going to be a horror type thing. That's what we are doing. So that's upcoming. That's for I haven't been talking with her. Yeah. That's what.
How do you go about finding the right beats?
I just go and look for sounds, and then when I find something cool, then I just match drums to it and just keep building. You just start with the melody, and then you just let it grow. And I'll pick different like tempos. A lot of times, I'll take something that's like a high BPM, and then I'll like kind of like cut it, stretch it, and then I'll slow it down and like make my own samples. So I'll find a cool sound, but I'll like listen to something, and I'm like, oh, that there's things that I hear, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, but I know if I slowed that down or split it here or whatever, and like I can hear things and like I'll just pick that, right? Because you just hear it. So like, yeah, I'll just go through tons of different samples and then like find pieces of things that I want, and then I mix it together or I change timing. It's a lot of fun, but it's fun. I like making beats. It's like Lego with sound.
Yeah.
Like when you're doing Fruity Loops and.
Yeah, like me, like I really mess around with beats. I definitely mess around with beats, and I'm like, yeah, it's fun, like kind of like putting the layers together. And I'm like,
yeah, like I like to sit and fuck with it for like hours, right? And then like eventually I make some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of time.
You actually find it hard, like I've heard people say this, like when you actually make the beat, it's actually harder for you to rap on than like somebody else's beat, or do you find it easier to rap on like something?
I find it easier to rap on my beats because I know how to time it better because I've already sat there and like I know exactly how the whole beat is, right? So you know the beat better if you've made it.
Right. Okay. Because like I definitely heard
so you know how to write best to it because you built it, right? Like
I've
it's
actually heard the opposite though.
whereas if I just listen to a beat and I started rapping to it, I bet you the person who made the beat would be like, no, man, do it this way because this is the way I made it. Like, you know what I mean?
But I've actually heard the other way from other producers saying that they like rapping over other people's beats or
I think there's a lot of producers that want to be rappers that aren't good at rapping because they've focused too much on being a producer. Like there's a lot of like people who are like producer and they're a producer for a long time and then they get like Kanye syndrome and they want to like I want to start rapping and people are like no you
right,
produce
right,
no I'm
right.
rapping fuck you and he was successful with it but like there is a lot of producers like that too like that struggle
Like
to balance the two or write to their own shit.
yeah, I definitely heard like both sides. I've heard many of the guys say the same as you, but I've heard many producers say, um,
If they're known as if you're already known as a producer, it's hard to be taken serious as a rapper too. That's another thing.
right,
Like sometimes.
yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, but like yeah, it's like me like I should try both. Like I rap and I produce. And yeah, I make loops and like I make a loop. I try to be like okay, think of something, and I can never really come up with something to my own shit. I would bop around. I'd be like, I figure out my dance move to it, and all that shit. But I couldn't figure out the words. But the second I heard somebody else's beat, I was like, boom, here's the words.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
it's not different for everybody. But yeah,
Yeah, it is definitely different for everybody. And like there's sometimes, man, like I'll get like a whole beat done in no time and then there's other times like it'll take me a long time to like I'll just keep adding to it piece by piece until like I get what I want. Like there's some beats that like I've like there's so many beats that you have to and then you're like okay I need to go back and finish these because I can't just have a bunch of half dones like so you gotta like go back and then sometimes that's better though because then you get a new ear on
right,
it because you've already kind of forgotten about it and then when you listen back to it you're like oh I could do this better or like I
right,
can switch this or you can just find out you know like that's how I get a lot of these beats where like, I have so many of these beats man where I don't want to have the same sound halfway through, so I'll just like have some type of like thing that like just cuts the beat and then switches to a completely different thing, and I'll just rap a completely different way. Like I do that a lot.
so
And, like I think that keeps people more into the song too, because like a lot of times people get bored, right? So if you get like a minute and a half in, you want to like just it's like giving them a whole other song and keeping them entertained, right? For another 2 minutes, like
right,
just to get 3 minutes into somebody.
yeah. So how does it feel when you're standing in front of somebody, you you
Yeah.
spit a bar at them that destroys their life?
I don't really do that. I
Like
don't do that. I'm
so
not
like
even I don't
so like
freestyle videos.
I remember you're in the
Or make
battle rap.
music. Like,
You,
yeah, I've done battle rap like on like the KOTD shit, like the beast mode and that stuff. But like I don't I never did that at parties. Ever. I don't like just I don't like embarrassing people. I don't like embarrassing myself. I'm
no,
drunk. Like
I'm not saying that embarrass people. I'm saying like
so
when you battle rap, like
yeah, I just never rap with people. I don't do that. When people ask me that, I'm like, no, man. Like, just go listen to my music or go to my show. Or I like. There's times that I just want to be a person, and other times I want to be a rapper. Like, you know, that's when I'm on stage or I'm in a studio. Like,
like that right there's a real thing. It's like man, like some people think you should be
like I'm prepared for a show, right? I want people to see the best of me. I don't want to half-ass it and just start rapping random shit at a party or someone's gonna film that on their phone or whatever, and like I could be drunk, just rapping
well,
garbage. Like I don't want that all on the
So,
internet.
that's the point I was making about I was saying like how is it to stand in front of somebody and like fucking like
Yeah, I actually don't drink anymore too, actually, so that's not going to be a
but like
problem. But
so I was saying like so you're battle rapping so you're battle
yeah,
rapping this guy and you say some shit that's gonna fucking tear down his fucking everything he's trying to come he's trying to bring at you. Like how is that feeling when like you're like when you're like you're battle rapping, you say something ill to the motherfucker, and you know like I just fucking left a fucking nice cut on him.
it's a good feeling. Like it is a good feeling to win, but in that case though, like that person knows what
Yeah,
they're like. That's a
yeah.
competition. That's a huge difference between like just ripping some guy up at a
No,
party that didn't
that's
ask
exactly what I
for
was
it.
saying though. Exactly what I was saying. When you're
Yeah,
battling somebody,
in a battle for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, and like, yeah, in a battle, obviously you want to win. You want to have that like feeling. Like no one wants to be the guy who got ripped up, and then like now you got to go and try and defend yourself next time and get your fucking
yeah,
dignity back. Like, but then again, man, at the end of it all, like I got tired of all that because like I didn't like battling. I didn't like the competition of it. It felt like wrestling to me. Like and like I feel like and a lot of times like rapping does feel like wrestling. Like everybody's built this character
yeah,
and they talk mad shit and they're making diss tracks about each other and then like fucking it's just too much, man. I don't want to get involved in all that. I just want to make art. Like you know
yeah.
what I
You don't
mean?
want to help many. You don't want to help many.
Once you get tied up in all that shit and social media and fuck you on Twitter and like I don't want to do any of that.
Right, right. Yeah, like
I'm actually like being kind of social, like on the most part. Like I don't have a lot of like people that I actually hang out with.
but it is actually cool
I'm a fan of that.
you've done that, and now you're making songs like experience different things in rap is definitely a cool thing. Like and I bet you some of your battle raps have probably helped you like along the way of like learning more about rap and like getting better at songs. No?
Yeah, it helps you study like other people. Like it makes you study an opponent in very very in depth. Like I have to look up
Yeah,
everything about that person. Like and I have to look up everything about me to make sure like to see what they're gonna fuck throw at
yeah,
me too. Like and you have to study their battles. You have to do a lot of work and you only get like 3 weeks to do it and like but I love that like I only did the written stuff man like
yeah,
when it was like the battle rap like so like those were actual like you had an assignment you had like you had this much time to like make something absolutely horrible and like I would just like and I was shit back then too. I wish I did it now because I'm a very like, talented artist now. I was a fucking drunk back then like I half-assed it. I was sloppy. Like I would come like half hammered to battles,
yeah.
like and uh, and my opponents weren't that great either. Like they hooked like there was one like I my first battle, man. I fucking battled some fucked up dude. I I don't even remember his name now, but that was on like Ground Zero
Okay,
Conspiracy. I think his name was. You can still find it on YouTube. It's fucked,
okay.
and it was terrible.
So like what is more pressure when what is more pressure? You're battling somebody or you're on the track with somebody? What like
Sorry.
like for like everybody knows when like a rapper's on tracks with each other, like somebody's trying to get the best verse. Is
Yeah.
it more intense trying to have the best verse on a song, or more intense of trying to beat somebody in the battle?
Um. I think it's intense trying to beat someone in a battle. You're in front of a crowd and there's cameras in your
Yeah,
faces, right? Like anything that's on stage is more intense. The more people that are around, the more like pressure you have. Like
You
you can't stutter, you can't fuck up, you can't cough, you can't like get off time. You have to like completely focus on what you're doing and like and control a crowd too. Controlling a crowd is way harder because they cut you off. People fucking yell shit. They say things in the middle of your fucking verse. Like people are drunk.
so
It's a whole different thing. I don't enjoy it.
right, right. But like you,
Like when you go on stage and just perform for people, like there's a
yeah,
separation between
yeah.
the two, right? Like
So
between me and them.
you feel like a similar kind of like competition wise when like making a song with somebody, or do you feel like this is a song, like we are making a song together?
Yeah.
Like
Sorry?
for as far as because like me like I was making songs before, and I actually had a rapper get on one of my songs. I felt like he heard my shit beforehand, and he did a verse. I felt like his verse was better than mine. But then when I got on his, he invited me on his song. I felt I fucking
Yeah.
crushed him. Like do you feel that the same way? Like how is it different from battle rap to like making songs with somebody, the competition wise?
I'm not really in the competition when I'm making a song with somebody. I just want to give my best verse and like they I hope they give their best and like and I think like whoever's better is personal opinion.
Okay.
Really. Like one person could just like his style more than mine. I always make sure like the person I'm working with is good and like I have to respect that person and the music that they do in order to work with them in the first place. So um as long as they just give me their best and like I think that they gave me their best and like I have respect for them and like I whoever the fuck you think is the best is up to the fans.
Okay. Okay. Because like
Yeah. Obviously I'm always gonna think I'm better because I'm gonna think that like you should have that
right,
feeling, right?
right, yeah. I'm a rapper. I'm the man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like me who's number one, it's me, right? Fuck you guys.
I'm not number one. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number one, two, three, four, and five.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
That's kind of what it's all about, man. It's
I love, I love that about,
just ego and entertainment.
I love that about hip hop though. I love that about hip hop. Like people argue who has the best verse on a song. I love that about.
Yeah.
Man, people like argue.
It makes it competitive. It makes it fun too,
Right.
right? But
And like,
it makes you want to try harder and makes you want to write
right.
better.
Like, man, like,
I don't think that the young kids have the same respect for it though. I think it's like it's probably gonna die off with like our age, like because like the young kids are listening to totally different music now than what like hip hop is. There's probably gonna always be a pocket of it though. Like you know, like we're always gonna be like our own
you don't think like,
uh, cult.
hold on, you don't think like, people have been competitive
But
for years? You don't think like, bands back in the day, like drummers would like, be like, oh man, I can
there are people
drum
who are
better than you.
making it, man. Like J. Cole's and like you have to be very creative.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the
Yeah.
competition. I love the competition of.
I think there's just too much competition now. Like it's so like because all these amazing people are being found now. So the competition of just being amazing at music is
Yeah,
hard. Like you know what I mean? Like there's just more people that are just so fucking good. Like how the fuck like I listen to a J. Cole song, I'm like, I know why this guy has 5 billion views. I'm fucked. I can't make J. Cole. Like I can try, but like dude, that guy's fucking insane. And there's a lot of those, man.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, like the Griseldas and everything. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I need to like do like, I don't want to do drugs. I can't make this shit. Like,
And also like
these guys like
yeah,
must be doing some shit. Like, they're fucking making amazing, crazy shit
I
nowadays.
actually heard like I was watching the Pusha T interview on $1 Million Worth of Game, and like
Yeah.
Pusha T was saying like he learned from them guys in Philly about how I appreciate when artists do this. Even like you're not top level artist, you're looking at the top level artists as competition.
Mhm.
Like 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 me like as an interviewer, I'm not looking at anybody local. I'm trying to be better than Sway. I'm trying to be better than Angie Martinez. I'm trying to be better than Drink Champs. I'm trying to be better than like I'm not looking at like smaller markets, right? Like I think in this whole like if you're gonna be in this game, you want to reach for the top, and like that's what hip hop's about. Is like man be the best you can be, compete with the greatest. You know, I
I think it's all about supporting each other and sharing each other's shit. Like that's what we
yeah,
do, and that's what I think everybody should be doing. Dude. If we all just shared, if you just shared one of your friends' songs and they shared your song, and everybody just shared each other's shit, we'd all have a fucking $1 million. Like, because like if we could, if everybody, but everybody like you share their music and no one clicks on it, and it's like fuck this guy, or if you keep sending it to them, they're just gonna block you. Like they're just like people don't want to be pushed music because there's too much fucking music, man. Like they want it to be their
uh,
choice. Like you can advertise, but like you can't just shove it down people's throats and like and at the same time like can't expect people to share. Like I do though, like because I very much like support sharing each
yeah,
other's music or sharing each other's
yeah.
art.
Here's something that a lot of artists I think need to know. People come and go. Somebody can be the
Yeah,
complete your number one fan. They share your shit every single time. That person can have something happen in their life, and they might not
yeah,
necessarily like, be less of a fan of you, but they are more busy in life, and they're not sharing your shit no more because they're busy in life.
yeah,
And
exactly. Everybody's life is always
yeah,
changing. Yes,
so
yeah.
like
You can't expect people to stick
so
with it. I
so like
understand.
um, people need to constantly get new fans, and don't be mad at people
Yeah.
because like they're getting busy in their life and they're not supporting you the way that they used to because
No, I'm not saying that, man. I'm just saying like artists should be sharing each other's stuff. People that are already promoted.
yes like
Pardon?
but like but I'm saying like a lot of artists I get in the zone of like okay I have these fans and these are my fans and they fuck with me and they stay content and then they wonder why their numbers drop off because those people are they still like you but they have real shit life going on real shit going on in their life so that they don't have time to support
Yeah.
you the way that they did once before. So like people need to realize you always have to generate new fans. You always have to try new things and get new fans going.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's why you got to get on talk shows. That's why you got to get on like interviews with people. That's why you got to promote and fucking have merch and brand, branding, sticker, give people fucking stickers, like share your fucking
And
links. Like,
like some of those
like I don't get why everybody's like a lot of people are very against like paying for promotion. Like I don't have a ton of money to pay for promotion. Like odd time I will pay for like to promote
you
a
don't
new
think record
video or a
labels are
song or
paying
something.
for promotion?
But not push it.
You don't think record
Pardon?
labels are paying for promotion?
Everybody is, man. Like I don't know why everybody's got like a stake, but real artists and stuff they'll be like, like, oh, I don't pay for fucking views or why not? Like why are you not putting your music out there for new people to listen to it? Like
Yeah, like
it's part of
it's like you know I don't want to put my money like
I don't
I'm
want to
supposed
invest
to be
my
making
money down
money
the
off
drain.
this. I'm supposed to be making money off this. I don't know nothing about this. I just make this music, and I'm supposed to know everything about the music industry, but I'm not gonna pay for anything. Like,
Yeah, they don't actually have any school or any like
right? Like,
skills in the
I'm
making.
ill, so everybody should just hop on my dick. You know,
Yeah,
like like sometimes you have to pay to get a little bit of promotion, and like
yeah,
if your shit's ill, at a certain point you don't have to pay for that shit no more. But like you have to get out to a certain audience,
yeah, you do.
right? Like
Yeah,
you can like
definitely.
feel like oh man, like anybody that pays for views. Okay, paying directly for like because like I'm not gonna put the person out there, but but
Yeah,
but I had talked to that person and said, yo, your interview isn't performing like how other people's interviews are performing, and that interview jumped up in views quite a bit, but in the statistics, um, it showed like less than 1 second per view on
yeah.
that. That is horrible advertising. Like you don't want to pay for that shit. But
No,
if you're paying for advertising and people are viewing your shit,
man, you know how many people just sell you bots?
exactly.
Like they
Don't
say
buy
they're
a
paying for
bot.
advertising and they're getting bot
Don't buy a
views.
bot. Buy real advertising.
Yes.
Like I'm
Yeah, you have to find curators, man. You can pay playlist curators, like people who have big playlists, they're independent playlist curators on
yeah
Spotify. You can pay people to just put you on lists. I don't. I submit mine to people, and like if
yeah
somebody signs me up on it, like, you can. But there are ways to do
right.
that, like, and I think that's probably the best way to do it. Or if you have a new video, post on YouTube app. Like, what if you're gonna promote on YouTube? Advertise through YouTube. You're going to get real views from that. Like, just go to the source. Like,
You're like oh no, you're paying for that shit.
just pay promote the video.
You're paying for
Like,
these views.
put hashtags on it. It works. Like, I get thousands of views on a video just for like, buddy, literally, man. I could drop just $100 on a video and just put hashtags that are like, signed up, like that are equal to like
Right.
that will like you can just write in tags that are just like set up for like people that already listen to music like mine or listen to me
Yeah.
personally, and like it'll just advertise to them. You just pay like $10 a fucking day for 10 days, a hundred
Right.
bucks. Like you'll get 5,000, 8,000, 9,000 views off of something. Because it's not expensive. Like you should because it's fucking worth it. Why wouldn't you advertise your music? Like that's like kind of high. Like you probably maybe get like closer to three or four. Like,
Right. But like
you know, but
you actually want people to fuck with the music. Like yeah,
pardon?
don't pay bots. Don't pay bots. Pay for real
No, I'm
advertising.
talking about real people. Like organic video play, like it's expensive, man, to get real people to listen to music. Like,
It is.
you know, I'm just saying, like, so if I invest $100 and that would get me 5,000 views, like, why not invest? Like, if you have the money to invest 1,000, invest it. If your music's good, if you have a banger of a fucking music video, pay $1,000 into advertising. Just put it out on Google Ads, and I bet you if that song's a banger, like the rapper
Yeah.
Stitches, the guy who's got the big fucking stitches on his face all fucked up. You know how that guy got fucking famous? He took his last $1,000 that he had in his pocket, and he gave it to World Star to put his that video "Brick in Your Face" that like made him
Yeah.
famous. Like fucking, he paid World Star $1,000 to put his video on the front page of World Star, and like they like did an exclusive like video on World Star for him, and that video blew the fuck up, and that guy got like millions of dollars. He's probably broke now. I've never even seen him since, but like
Yeah. Well, like, yeah,
And he's not working because he's got a tattoo that says "fuck a job" on his face. So that's gonna be hard for that guy to work. He's probably like hustling or doing whatever he's doing, but
exactly though.
maybe still doing foods. But
Yo, put your money where your mouth is though. King of the Dot slogan. Put your money where your mouth is, and like, yo, like, yeah. You think like you think these record labels, you think these artists that are so much doing way better than you don't have people putting money behind them?
oh yeah, but they end up in a ton of debt and they like lose it all after.
Yeah.
A lot of like the big rappers, like like that Lil Xan kid's broke. I'm pretty sure that who's the other one? Fucking Lil Pump. I'm pretty sure that kid's broke.
Because
Like
you
or
weren't
like
because
a
you
lot.
weren't actually hot though.
Well, you were hot for a minute, but then you got all those
You
loans
weren't actually
to get the
good though.
cars and the mansion. What?
Like, you weren't actually good though. Like some of these people sign these deals and have mad people push shit behind there. But like, if you're not actually good, you're not gonna last. Like, no matter what, no matter how much money they put behind you, if you're not good, you're not gonna last.
No, you're good for like the quick
Yeah,
grab for cash, and then they leave you. Right?
exactly.
They give you a bunch of stuff that you owe them, and then they just take it all back when you can't afford it, and then they go to the next rapper kid and they give them the cars and the house and everything. Like it's literally what they're doing. They're just using that person to make money, and then once that kid's done, they take all the money in the house and everything back, and then they give it to the next one. And that's how they're running the scam, man.
Yo, so I actually want to know this: who is the best rapper that has liked one of your posts?
I don't even know.
What?
I don't even know. People like my posts, man. I don't know. No one that like I'm like, wow, oh my god. Like I don't think anyone's famous or anything's ever liked any of my
Okay,
music, man.
okay, but like, different rappers like, and who is
I don't know. Like I don't really like rap rap. Like I think everybody's really fucking good in their own way. Like there's a lot of rappers that I really respect that like my music that I was like, yeah, sweet, that's awesome.
okay, okay, so like,
Um, you know what, man? The one guy that blew me away. Yeah, I do have one. Is he's not an artist. Like no one knows who he is, but he's one of the top record executives like in the business. Like his name's Brian Shafton, and he's promoted for like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, like all these huge people, and that guy liked my music. But like, and I talked to him and I asked him like questions for advice, and he's like a big dude out in LA. Like goes to fucking the Grammys every year, and like he's got suits. He's taking photos and
it's
all these
fire.
things. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
So he like, okay.
I haven't talked to him much in a while, but yeah, like but like my numbers aren't in anywhere where that guy is
No,
interested.
but like,
Like I gotta keep
but he
growing.
liked your shit. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, and he gets yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like, this whole like, I mean, like, hip hop is like a lot of times when we're MCs and like, we want to look at, okay, sometimes the numbers aren't as big as like, okay, for instance, I'd rather have Rakim like one of my songs than fucking a shitload of, like, I mean, like maybe like 10,000 people like my shit. If Rakim said, "Yo, your song right here is fucking fire," that that's um an incredible feeling. Like, it's like, man, somebody that is good at this craft likes my shit. You know?
yeah, yeah. No, man, it's a good feeling. Like I just think but it is a lot of work, man. Like it's I've been doing this stuff for almost 20 years. Like I've been writing since I was like 15 years old, and I'm like 33 this year. Like so, actually probably younger than 15. Like I was very young. I started doing shows when I was like 16.
Who
So
is that? Who is that artist that if they messaged you to get on a song, you would geek the fuck out? Who
what?
is that artist that if they messaged you to get on a song, you would geek the fuck out?
I geek the
Yeah, you'd
fuck
be like,
out.
oh my fucking god,
I don't.
this motherfucker, this motherfucker asked me to get on a song. Woo, I'm lit.
I want to do. I would love to do a song with Vinny
Yeah,
Paz. I'm a
yeah.
huge like Vinny Paz fan.
That's
That guy,
what I'm saying.
I really respect.
He's that guy that you're like, yo, you'd be in the barber shop and be like, yo, Vinny Paz asked me to get on a motherfucking song. What?
Yo, there's a lot of my favorite rappers are from like a lot of my favorite rappers are from Philly, like New York. Like
Yeah,
I love that
yeah,
style of rap.
yeah. But yeah, so like, but like to have these people recognize you and say, yo,
Yeah,
you one of us. You a motherfucker. As an MC, like me, somebody has rapped before, put out music. Man, like if like the Nas or a fucking Busta Rhymes or a fucking Scarface was decided to get me on a track, holy shit, I would geek the fuck up.
yeah. Or like Method Man.
Method Man
Like
too.
Method Man's like one of
Method
my
Man
all
for
time.
sure. Yeah.
He's yeah. Nas. like
Nas
like Nas is one of the best albums ever in life.
Nas is like my favorite rapper of all time. I'll say it down.
Yeah,
Nas.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
No, I like Biggie like the most. Like Nas is probably my favorite alive rapper for
Okay.
sure.
Biggie though? Yeah.
Yeah,
Biggie's though.
Nas would definitely be somebody that would blow my fucking mind. I wouldn't even believe
Yeah.
that. like
Yeah. Imagine Nas be like, yo, imagine Nas after comment on your shit. He's like, yo, you killing it, King. How would you
yeah,
feel?
that'd be great. Obviously, be amazing.
For sure. For sure. But yeah, I want to thank you for coming on. But like, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So anything you got coming up?
Um, yeah, man. I'm making that music video for
Yeah.
We Killed. I got a show at the Absinthe on April 24th.
That's
I got tickets for that soon.
Robbie G, Burns.
Yeah, me, Mr. Burns, Rob, we're opening for Robbie G. It's just like a Sunday show. My first show back from COVID. It's gonna be
Fire,
dope.
fire.
Yeah, it's an earlier show. Like I think doors open at like 7 o'clock, and then like the show starts at 8, and then like, I think it goes till midnight. So it'll be dope.
Shout out to everybody on the show. And shout out to you, Josh
Yeah, man.
Fisher,
Always a
Eddie
pleasure, bro.
GTV. We did this.
Eddie GTV.
We did this.
Said he.
And
Yeah, man.
here's to this interview.
Cheers, bro.
All
Peace.
right, peace, y'all.